looking over here, this has not really collapsed into reality yet. Now I'm over here, now it's collapsed into reality. And that's exactly how Super Mario experiences his reality. So what happens if you add AI to this video game that has the coding to create a physical reality? You're going to get something like this. So there's trillions of galaxies, bajillions of planets. Our tiny planet, we are still clubbing each other to death, yet we have the ability to create something very similar to this. This process must have happened bajillions of times. The odds that this is the original reality are almost non-existent. Quantum physics is very clearly saying this is not a physical reality. Reality is not just uppy downy, lefty righty, it's inny outy too. This is a nested reality. We are on the brink of creating something like this. This has happened uncountless times in every galaxy around wherever. We don't even know what original reality looks like. We can't even comprehend it, but it's very likely not here. Your phone is your black mirror. You're already in a device like this. People here with quantum multidimensional awareness are actively trying to get as much human awareness as possible into their own realities. This is a draconian technocracy. Reality is patterns of information, light sculpted by sound and frequency. So this is, we're talking about transhumanism, but this is basically the plot. Our control paradigm is trying to get chips in your head to control everything you do before the point that the general public has any quantum awareness of reality being your consciousness. That was time. We don't need to go into that. So how does CE5 really work? Quantum field theory. All of reality is a spectrum of conscious frequencies. CE5 groups target higher consciousness states, good vibes. High frequency emotions are closer to the next frequency of reality. These beings are coming from higher frequencies of reality and are frequencies themselves, as are we. When high frequency people get together, they create a high frequency beacon. High frequency emotions paired with expanded awareness, meditation, and coherent thought sequencing protocol is an interdimensional locator. This was one of the most staggering things that I learned, is that everything is frequency, everything has a vibration, including you and your emotions. Your emotional state determines at what level of frequency you're at. The beings that are the benevolent ones that are here are from a higher conscious frequency. These are your higher conscious frequencies. There's not many people here that are here. Most of us are down in this general category, but the people that are having contact a lot are the people like our host, Judy, who's living up here somewhere. She has a deep connection with the Creator. She only wants to express peace, joy, and love, and she's witnessing things that most people of lower consciousness do not. I didn't witness any of this stuff, but after talking to many contactees, it's the easiest way to guess who's going to experience paranormal, supernatural, quantum experiences. And this is the same reason why a lot of autistic people are having experiences as well, because they're less subject to the fear programming, which lowers your consciousness. Our whole civilization is built on having us live in fear. CE5 boot camp works for UFOs, works for Sasquatch. CE5 groups are consciously creating their own interfrequential experiences. There's a lot of schools of thought and methods of doing it. I think basically none of that crap matters as long as you have a clear intention. Why are you doing this? What does it mean to you? Do you have a genuine, peaceful intention to make contact? Do you have openness, respect, and gratefulness without fear? Heart-mind coherence. If your heart is in something, your brain works better. We've been told the brain is the source of consciousness. Not only is that not true, but your brain is not the only part of your body that thinks. There's neurons in your heart and in your stomach. If you're not eating healthy and you're not doing things that are aligned with your heart, your brain is not working at the capacity that it should be. So if you can get together with some people that are good people, good vibes, and try to get into some kind of expanded awareness meditation. It's not difficult to do. Literally, you just have to keep practicing. Every time you have a thought into your brain, you just keep practicing to blow that thought out. You keep doing that, eventually you're going to have no thoughts in your head, and the larger part of reality, consciousness, is going to filter in, and all kinds of weird stuff happens when that starts taking place. I made it my intention for the people that come to Lost Channel to be witnesses to the interfrequential nature of our reality, to assist the cosmic disclosure movement and accelerate the disclosure timeline. We don't have to really work towards everything. We only have to convince the people holding stuff from us to give it back to us. Why the cover-up? Same reasons for UFO, UAP, secrecy. Trillions of taxpayers' dollars are used to suppress our progress, education, technology, spiritual development. Non-physical understandings of reality is a virtual construct. This is the Truman Show. Prevent deeper understandings of reality as a multidimensional structure. Division of physics from metaphysics into regulated schools of thought is the original divide and conquer narrative. All rabbit holes lead to the quantum stuff. The quantum stuff is saying that this appears to be much closer to a virtual reality than a real physical thing. Our interpretation of a real physical thing is just that. It doesn't really exist. Human beings are the programmers here. We can literally manifest our realities with mindful practices and thought control. Maharishi is a meditation protocol that has been shown and proven to reduce crime in any community that has been implemented. You can reduce crime by having a meditation team. Current control paradigm goals are to stop this process, to keep control in the hands of the dynasty elites by creating a system designed to perpetuate fear and pumping divisive narratives into our public awareness. Left wing, right wing, it's the same bird. Whatever, as far as I'm concerned, politics in Canada is theater. It's scripted. It doesn't mean anything. It's all just a means to keep us divided. 99% of Canadians are only permitted to have a Newtonian physics rulebook. Newtonian reality is 1% of reality, less than 1%. 1% of Canadians are permitted to have knowledge of quantum physics rulebooks. Intelligence agencies, top of the pyramid, religious leaders, and dynasty elites. Plot point here, closing the third eye. All reality is layers of conscious fields. Your level of consciousness determines your ability to interface with reality. We live in a going over that. All of our society is designed to keep humans in lower fear-based states of consciousness. Need money to eat, risk of death en route to work, constant fear programming we call news, always a new threat, always something terrible happening. It's all designed to keep you in a state of fear, to lower your consciousness. Please turn off your TVs and ignore any Canadian media. Fluoride, it's been deemed a neurotoxin over and over again. They tell us it's good for our teeth. In reality, it binds with calcium and pollutes your pineal gland. It stops it from functioning. It is a salt causing bodily harm. Chemtrails, geoengineering, same principle, contains silver nitrate, heavy metals that pool in the brain. We are literally being fumigated like bugs. My state is fumigating my children, and I'm not happy about it. The States, under new leadership, has now made geoengineering illegal in 20 states. Florida is taking criminal action. Targeted weapons used against Canadians to mitigate dissent, to keep us dumb, keep us unaware, keep us compliant. Administering a noxious substance to anyone without their consent is a criminal offense in Canada. And I'm just going over here to section 245 of the Criminal Code, administering a noxious thing. Assault with a weapon. If it can be proven that an organization is cutting off brain power from every human being, that is an unimaginable, it's just insanity. Criminal negligence. In Canada, if you're responsible for the lives of a human being and you do something that's negligent, or you don't do something you're supposed to do that leads to death, you are criminally responsible for that. And if the information that we're learning is true from the Disclosure Project, it can be articulated that our government is criminally negligent, but in just a massive scale. Suppression of medical technology is criminal negligence. Suppression of energy technology is criminally negligent. Suppression of climate reversing frequency technology is eventually going to be genocide. In a post-disclosure society, suppression of quantum intelligence will be seen as criminal negligence. These beings can appear holographic, and it doesn't make sense from a Newtonian perspective because we think everything is physical and real, when in reality it's just a hard light hologram. Look up challenge. This is the chemtrails thing that celebrities are doing now. When you see chemtrails, this is just me reminding the public that every citizen has the right and ability to initiate their own criminal proceeding. He who fights with monsters should be aware that he has not become a monster himself. And if you gaze long into the abyss also gazes into you. Nietzsche. Okay, meditation can be used to receive information. If you shut off your ego, the gooey bits, you allow the quantum bits in, the universe. Can be used to perceive anything in reality. Practices like remote viewing, practices like astral projection, where your consciousness leaves your body. You can explore higher frequencies of reality. You can be used to communicate with your higher self. You can literally have conversations with the universe, which is your higher self, which is you. It's all the same thing. Reality is an information feedback system. That's all that's ever taking place is a swap of information. Everything exists all at once. No one can learn anything. We can only remember. This is what all the famous scientists and quantum physicists have been saying. Is we don't think of it. We can only ever remember something. Everything that exists already exists. Everything that can exist already exists. All information is stored in the Akashic record, the universe. It's the same thing. You can be used to communicate with interdimensionally with what we're now calling NHIs, which is building us up to the point where we understand that they're frequency beings, and so are we. We are an interface of space to be the interface of space. Why now? We're at the end of the Yuga, and Yuga is a cycle on Earth. Everything goes through cycles. Forbidden archaeology, hidden by the obfuscation organizations, religions, Smithsonian Mafia. We have, I don't know about Canada, but I've read in the US. All done? Okay, all right, we'll wrap up. Let me just go through one more thing here. Transhumanism, and I talk about, some of conclusions. Our reality is an AI mind thinking itself into existence. Every one of us are angles of perception, manifesting ourselves. This is a co-creative reality. Thought precedes form. What we believe collectively will manifest. The separation of physics and metaphysics is a divide and conquer narrative. Colonization removed non-Newtonian interpretations of reality. Science is proving indigenous beliefs are correct. All being is intelligent energy. Biological things and non-biological things are made of the same thing. All things, actions are determined by intangible forces. Canadian civilization is still only based on Newtonian physical model of reality. It's a psyop. Reality is a virtual construct over 100 years outdated. Our government does not seem to have any plans to educate our public. This is a quantum spiritual reality first. Physical reality is an illusion. We need quantum criminology. We are in this pickle due to the separation of knowledge. A being that is 99% quantum and 1% physical should have quantum rights. Frequencies, choice of lighting, chemicals in our food, water, and the air are drastically affecting our mind's functioning capabilities. If the things we think we know are built on false pretenses, everything we know is wrong. This is by design. Divide and conquer is in everything, especially knowledge. Canadian education has us fixated on the walls and windows without giving us the foundation of Newtonian versus quantum, 1 versus 9%. The world's biggest hammer has no legal oversight. They're actively harming Canadians for decades, actively fumigating your children and poisoning your water. Criminal attacks on Canadians, government has done nothing. Ongoing human child trafficking. Quantum awareness is your only defense against oppression in a quantum reality dictated by quantum rules without any legal oversight. Quantum criminology will be the foundation of criminology in years to come because our reality is built upon how the quantum stuff works. We are being manipulated by people who understand how we function, not as separate beings, but as pieces of a greater whole. We are the creators here. We are believing our timeline into existence as we go. You are your own universe, one song. Your mind is a tool for contact with dimensional, interfrequential, non-human intelligences. You and your friends can see UFO, meet ET, Sasquatch. ETs and Sasquatch people are NHIs, interfrequential beings from another frequency channel of reality. Higher frequency of beings are akin to higher functioning programs in an AI-generated reality. They're likely versions of us from the future, which exist now, and this concept of the egregore, where we are literally thinking things into existence, and this is what science is telling us. This information is likely to cause minimum cognitive dissonance in millions of people, very likely psychosis. When some people see ETs, they say it's like realizing for the first time that your reality is in low definition and these guys are coming from high def. They're more information in a form and will appear holographic because we're in a holographic reality. The concept that this reality is a physical construct is a psyop to keep us focused on the 1% of the story. Meanwhile, being manipulated by multidimensional, aware, sociopathic wizards. I just wanted to go. You can find me at the Lost Channel Eco Retreat Meditation CD5 and Research Center. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. Let's give another hand applause for Tyler Scott. He's the first one. Thank you, Tyler. That was wonderful, beautiful presentation. I know he has a lot more to share, and let's get on through with the day. We're halfway through, 12 o'clock. Yeah, we're just going to go as we go. I know we have a schedule set, but like I said, the schedule is our guidelines, and we let the spirit flow. Okay, so right now I think lunch is ready. Michelle? Where's Michelle? Give me a thumbs up. I want to see a thumbs up. Is it ready? Okay, right on. Okay, so I want to talk about the feast. When we have a feast at gatherings, we make a spirit plate, and like we open the today we open with a prayer, and then we open in my prayer I invite my ancestors to come and join me, to give me the strength, give me the courage to speak, because I know there's not only just you guys are here, but people online as well watching us. And like yesterday, last time I saw was 350 views, and I want to give a big thank you to Derek for streamlining today. Thank you, Derek. And I want to give thanks to my sons, Tyler and Michael Sackeney, for helping. They're really great big help. So we're ready for lunch. So when we break for lunch, let's have something to eat. We made a